Pictos and Luminas are introduced early in Clair Obscur Expedition 33, but they're not very well explained. So here's what they actually do and how to use them. The in-game explanation is Pictos can be equipped to increase character stats, higher level Pictos grant better stats, and they also provide passive effects called Luminas. So you can think of Pictos like gear. Like in other games, you might equip a shield, which gives you more defense, for example. And you can think of Luminas as augments or powers for your characters. So for Luminas, each character can learn Luminas associated with each Pictos. Luminas can be equipped in the Lumina menu using Lumina points and can trigger their effects without equipping the corresponding Pictos.
What's happening?
Okay, so here's what all of that actually means. If we look at the shared care Picto, this whole thing is a Picto that contains a Lumina. So when your character equips it, the health stat goes up 206, the defense stat goes up 68, and they also get the power of when healing an ally, they also heal themselves for 50% of that value. And this part of the Picto is the Lumina. So if someone only equipped the shared care Lumina, then they would only get this part and not the stats. And under Lumina, you can see the shared care Lumina here with a number next to it, and this number represents the amount of Lumina points it costs to equip just the Lumina. But because we have the shared care Pictos equipped, it's not using any of our Lumina points, whereas Attack Life Seal is using 15 of my available Lumina points. You can equip up to 3 Pictos per character, and you should always have 3 Pictos equipped. But Pictos can only be equipped to a single character at a time. So if you want to use it for someone else, you're going to have to unequip it first and then equip it to the other character. However, you can equip Luminas to as many characters as you wish at the same time. But before you can equip just the Lumina to characters, you first have to learn the Lumina. And only one character needs to learn the Lumina for it to be available to everyone else. And to learn the Lumina, you have to equip the Pictos to a character and then win 4 battles. So if you look at your Pictos, the ones with a completely gray outline have not been learned at all. The ones with a completely gold outline have been totally learned, meaning you've completed 4 battles with it equipped, and now other characters can equip the Lumina. And the Pictos that have 1, 2, or 3 gold outlines are in progress of being learned. So for example, the Burning Shots Picto has 1 gold outline, meaning it's been used in 1 battle, and I have 3 more to go before it's learned, and then other people can use the Lumina. Again, only 1 character has to learn the Lumina, and then it can be used by anyone. So for example, once you get the Painted Power Picto, which is like 3/4 into the game, you'll probably want to equip the Lumina to everyone so they can all do over 9,999 damage. To do that, you would equip the Picto to 1 character, complete 4 battles, then the Lumina is learnt, go to your Lumina menu, and now I can equip the Painted Power Lumina to Lune, Mael, and everyone else. And you do have to equip these per character for them to get the benefit, meaning each character will have to have either the Lumina or the Picto equipped in order to get the benefit of over 9,999 damage in this case. And you'll also notice a 5 next to the Lumina. That's how many Lumina points it costs to equip. So Lune has 18 available points, which means I have enough to equip it. And I don't have to unequip the Picto from any other character in order to use that Lumina with any character I want. And if I don't have enough available points for a character, then I can deactivate a Lumina and recoup those points and then assign a different one. Now, how do you get Lumina points and assign them in the first place? Well, you'll pick up Color of Lumina as you explore or beat enemies. Then you can go to camp and upgrade expedition resources and assign the available Color of Lumina to whoever you want. And there's no limit. You can assign it all to 1 character or, distribute it, which is a much better idea, and then use those points to equip the Luminas. So Pictos and Luminas really work hand in hand depending on what you want for each character. For 1 character, you may want to equip the Pictos so they get the benefit of the stats and the Lumina without having to use the Lumina points. And for another character, you may want to use a different Picto for different stats, but you can still get the benefit of the Lumina from a different Picto by equipping just the Lumina. And whenever you go into battle, you'll see your Luminas activating based on what you have equipped. And you can acquire new Pictos by exploring, beating enemies, special enemies, opening paint cages, and even buying them from merchants. In fact, there's a lot of Pictos that have garbage stats, but awesome Luminas. So after you learn them, you can ditch the Picto and replace it with something that has better stats, and then equip just the awesome Lumina. And unlike Pictos, which have a limit of 3 per character, there is no limit to the amount of Luminas you can equip, provided you have enough points. So use those Pictos, use those Luminas, start using them early in the game, learn those Pictos, assign Pictos and Luminas to everyone in the party, take time to figure out which ones are the best ones to use. For certain challenges, you may want to switch them out. Your Pictos and your Luminas are going to greatly enhance your experience in this awesome game, Clair Obscur Expedition 33.
I'm here.